Real estate developer Peter Gilgan will build a factory in the Toronto area, and it will build homes. It marks the billionaire's second attempt to create a prefabricated homes business. And he joins us now in studio to talk about this. Peter Gilgan of Mattamy Homes, thanks for coming today.
Thank you for having me.
Let's talk about the fact that the Prime Minister has just recently said prefabricated homes could really help us deal with the housing crisis. But this idea of yours, you've moved on a long time ago.
Yeah, as you referenced, this is my second round out. The first one was 25 years ago. And I'd say that the ambition was way ahead of the technology at the time. And we were attempting really to do something very different than what we're attempting to do now. We were building whole homes up to 3,000 square feet, moving them in one piece. So you can imagine how far you could move that home. That would be like a very short distance. So the factory was in a community, the homes were transported in that community. This is completely different. This is modular housing. So homes we built in anywhere from 3 to 5 sections and moved on vehicles to site where they're put together to form a family home. And in fact, what we're focusing on to start with really is small apartment-style homes that are designed for young families who have, in many of our markets, been really priced out of the market of finding something that's really livable and where you could raise a family. So our first phase is really focused on addressing that sector of the market.
I have so many questions. First of all, you mentioned you will build it in pieces as opposed to a whole home. Right. How big would each piece be? First of all,
each piece. Well, so there's sort of transportation limits, and there's a 14-foot wide transportation limit that after which it becomes much more difficult to move. So it permits rooms of about 13 feet in width inside the space, which is a really great livable width. And the pieces will be up to about 36 feet long. So easily movable, and then you crane them into place, fix them together.
And these are exteriors only and a little bit of interiors, meaning drywall or something inside?
The kitchens will be in, the hardwood will be down, the plumbing will be in, et cetera. Yeah. Okay. So we're saying, in the region, like the interior of the living unit would be 90+% complete. And then the corridor ways and exteriors and landscaping, of course, would come during and after the erection of the modules on site.
You mentioned technology has changed since the last time you tried to do this. Can you explain where you are now that has been useful to the process?
Sure. So the first thing is, 25 years ago, drawings were not readable by machines. So you had to convert the drawings. I had 40 software engineers working for me the first time, redrawing things so machines could read them. Now we're able to do drawings in machine readable language right away. So it's a huge efficiency factor in that. The ability of machines to talk to each other now. We're using artificial intelligence stitched right into the entire business. We're using chemical engineering, structural engineering, mechanical engineering to rethink how a home gets built to produce a more cost-effective solution that's also more livable, more sustainable, and more affordable.
And faster.
And faster.
Yeah.
And time is money.
Is it a robotics build at this point?
Absolutely, absolutely, yeah. There's all sorts of robots and assembly line type of things in it. I like to say it's beyond the state of the art. We don't believe there's any other factory like this in North America or Europe. And our R&D on developing new things, we're using reliable machinery, but we're using it in different, more automated ways than has been done before. Proven machines, but new technology.
So when do you hope to have this online? How many prefab homes are you hoping to build and when?
Our first phase will be capable of producing 3,000 homes a year. And we're targeting to have it online by the end of 2026, so about a year and a half from now.
That's ambitious.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you feel quite confident about that?
How do I look?
You look confident.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. We've got a phenomenal team of incredibly dedicated people who've been working on this for over a year, and we're ready to rumble.
Do you feel, and this is the other part of the equation, right? Even though the Prime Minister said, yes, we need this kind of housing, and he's willing to obviously make some moves in that direction, perhaps to help the industry, is there interest as well from Canadians in prefabricated homes?
Well, that's a great question. And we've done, I like to say measure twice and cut once. Mm-hmm. So, and I'm always reminding my folks, we're not designing these for ourselves. We're designing these for specific types of consumers. So what do? You do consumer research, mm-hmm. and every step along the way, we're checking with consumers about their reaction to things, because they're the ones that have to respond.
I see so many uses for this, schools, universities, where there's also housing shortages, that kind of thing. There are many.
Well, de rigueur these days is, of course, the military as well. Mm. So not only Sammy is set up as an independent company, although Mattamy is a major investor in it, but Sammy is designed to serve not only Mattamy, but that's great, that's the bread and butter, how we can justify building it, but it's set up to serve any stakeholder, whether it's, and Sammy was prepared to either ship the housing units or act as a general contractor and ship and install the housing units. Not on a one-off basis, we're not in that business, but in sort of in a bulk basis. We're not going to be shipping a home to a cottage site, for example.
You're going to be building communities.
We're going to be building
communities get built
exactly
sort of
right.
masse.
And whether that community is in Halifax or Vancouver, and we can put it on a train car, we'll do it.